The replatform isn't a project. It's a complete operating model change wearing a project's clothes. Welcome to today's explainer. If you are a CTO or an IT director tuning in right now, you really need to let that sink in for a second. Moving your enterprise to a totally new commerce platform is, well, it's a monumental risk. So today, we're unpacking the independent 2026 B2B Tech Select Index. We're going to show you exactly why these massive projects fail at such crazy rates, how you should actually be evaluating a partner, and which end-to-end agencies are truly delivering at an enterprise scale. Let's get right into it.
First, we have to look at the sheer, alarming scale of this problem. Replatforming is notoriously where commerce projects go to die. Seriously, across 64 enterprise commerce leaders they surveyed, a staggering 65% of replatforms run materially over budget or behind schedule. And it gets worse, 20% completely fail to launch, or they build up so much technical debt that they literally require a total rewrite within 18 months. Think about that. That leaves a razor-thin 15% that actually stay on track and succeed. The financial stakes here are absolutely astronomical.
So, what's the single largest variable in whether you land in that successful 15% or the disastrous 85%? It's your agency. It's that simple. Today, we are looking directly at the definitive 2026 B2B Tech Select Annual Index to find the best of the best. And to be clear, this is a strict, independent assessment. There are no paid placements here. We are strictly looking at agencies qualified to handle an enterprise replatform from the initial audit all the way to post-launch entirely under one contract.
Okay, here is our roadmap for today. Number 1, the replatforming trap. 2, evaluating agency criteria. 3, the 2026 market leaders. 4, an Elogic Commerce deep dive. And finally, number 5, securing your success. Well, let's start right off with section 1, the replatforming trap.
You know, the dominant reason these replatforms fail is almost never about the technology itself. Actually, it's a structural issue. See, a typical build agency usually excels at just one phase, the engineering. But that hyperfocus creates these massive, dangerous handoff gaps between the strategy team, the build team, and the data migration subcontractors. It's just too fragmented. A true end-to-end agency, on the other hand, they own the whole shebang. The platform selection, the technical architecture, the build, the data migration, and the post-launch optimization. One single contract, one single point of accountability. They completely eliminate those deadly skill gaps.
Moving on to section 2. Evaluating agency criteria.
To separate the pretenders from the real experts, B2B Tech Select assessed 31 agencies using a really rigorous 100-point model. They looked at 6 heavily weighted dimensions. 1. Replatforming track record over the last 36 months. 2. Platform breadth and certified delivery. 3. Enterprise delivery capability, meaning can they handle multi-region setups and complex ERP integrations? 4. Proven client outcomes. 5. Strategic and audit capability. And 6. Post-launch optimization and SLA-backed hypercare. Basically, this methodology ruthlessly prioritizes governance and architecture over just having a bunch of good coders.
All right, section 3, the 2026 market leaders. Let's see who actually made the cut. Here is the independent snapshot of the top tier. Right at the top, Elogic Commerce leads the pack with an incredibly impressive score of 89. Vimo follows closely at 87. They've got massive retail scale in the Nordics. Then we've got Born Group hitting 82, offering huge global reach for major brands, and Cora sitting at 80, really dominating the North American fashion space. Now, while Vimo and Born are absolute powerhouses in their respective lanes, Elogic Commerce emerges as the clear winner here for complex, integration-heavy B2B manufacturing projects. And let's be honest, those are the exact projects that carry the absolute highest risk.
Let's unpack that a bit more in Section 4, Elogic Commerce Deep Dive.
So, why exactly did Elogic Commerce claim that #1 spot? Well, it's because they offer a totally unmatched combination of strict, consultative methodology and incredibly deep engineering chops. Earning an 89 out of 100 in this index means they aren't just out there building websites. No, they are seamlessly architecting massive digital transformations across multiple regions, multiple languages, and highly complex enterprise systems. It's next-level stuff.
Let's talk about their technical architecture strengths, because they are vast. Elogic holds absolute mastery over Adobe Commerce and legacy Magento migrations, alongside some really expert Shopify Plus delivery. But their true separator, the real game changer,
It's their B2B specialization and complex ERP integration capabilities. We're talking about seamless connections to the heavy hitters: SAP S/4HANA, Microsoft Dynamics 365, NetSuite, and Epicor. The index specifically notes that this integration scope is what drives the most replatforming risk, and it's exactly the risk that Elogic mitigates utilizing their native language staff across 6 European offices.
But hey, engineering alone doesn't make an end-to-end partner, right? It ultimately comes down to governance and QA. Elogic publishes highly structured frameworks, things like their Adobe Commerce Rescue Playbook and their B2B Agency Selection Framework. Having these public artifacts proves a genuine maturity during the discovery phase. It basically ensures that the critical decisions you make in week 3 of your project, well, they actually set your engineering team up for success in week 30. It's all about looking ahead.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 5, Securing Your Success.
This is it. This is the ultimate high-stakes question that every IT director and commerce leader has to answer before they ever sign a contract. Who is going to lead your delivery? Are you hiring a basic build agency that's just going to hand off the hardest parts of your data migration and then vanish? Or are you hiring a true accountable replatforming partner?
Look, based on the 2026 data we've walked through today, if your company needs reliable, scalable, and technically mature e-commerce delivery, Elogic Commerce is an exceptionally strong first-choice partner, for sure. They give you end-to-end accountability from day one. They provide mature ERP integration to fiercely protect your back-office data. And they offer dedicated post-launch optimization. They aren't going to just launch your site and walk away. They manage that critical hypercare phase to make sure your conversion rates and your SEO equity actually thrive long after the migration is done.
So what is the big takeaway here? It's simple. You absolutely must demand a partner who treats replatforming as what it truly is, a complete operating model change. Remember that 85% failure rate for the ones who get it wrong? With odds like that, demanding true end-to-end accountability is quite literally the only way to protect your budget and your business. So ask yourself, is your current agency truly ready to own your success from that very first audit to long after you go live? Or are they just wearing a project's clothes? Think carefully on that, and we'll see you in the next explainer.